Okay, let's dive into this. You know how sometimes the best way to get your head around a really big idea is to start with one tiny, almost invisible detail? Like you find this one little thread, and when you pull it, the whole thing just unravels. Well, today, our thread is a single word.
And that word is complete. I mean, it's about as simple and common as it gets, right? It's a word we all use every single day without even thinking about it. You complete a project, you watch a complete series, you feel a complete sense of joy. We all think we know this word inside and out. But do we really?
Because when you actually look at the source for this explainer, the Simple English Wiktionary page for the word complete, there's this little note tucked away at the top. It's the kind of thing most of us would just scroll right past.
And there it is. Complete is on the Basic English 850 list. Okay, hold on. What on earth is that? It sounds, I don't know, like some kind of secret club or a special code. The 850 list, what does that even mean for a word like complete to be on it?
Well, that one little cryptic line is actually our way into this huge, fascinating, and really ambitious project to kind of reinvent the English language. And the secret, as you can probably guess, it all starts with that number.
850. That is it. Just to give you some perspective, the average English-speaking adult knows somewhere between 20 and 35,000 words. So the question becomes, how could you possibly build a working language with a vocabulary so small it could fit on just a couple sheets of paper?
So how do you do it? Well, you don't just throw 850 random words in a hat and hope for the best. No, you do it by creating a system. Turns out that list isn't just a list, it's the carefully engineered foundation of a whole language system, and it's called Basic English.
So think of Basic English as like a starter toolkit for language. It wasn't made to write beautiful poetry or super complex philosophy. It was actually designed way back in the 1930s with one big goal: clear, universal communication. It's kind of like a Lego set. With just these 850 essential bricks, the idea is that you can build pretty much any thought you need to get across. Now, what's really interesting here is the difference in philosophy. Standard English, with its gigantic vocabulary and tangled grammar, is amazing for expressing all those subtle, nuanced ideas. But Basic English, it makes a trade-off. It totally sacrifices that nuance for extreme clarity and simplicity. The whole point isn't to say things beautifully, it's to say them in a way that is almost impossible to misunderstand. Okay, so let's circle back and see how this actually works. Let's get back to our case study, the word complete. Out of tens of thousands of words, why did this one make it onto that super exclusive 850 list? Well, the answer is all about efficiency. And this just perfectly shows the genius of the whole system. See, the people who made Basic English didn't just pick easy words, they picked hard-working words. As we can see right here from the Wiktionary source, complete can be a verb, meaning to finish something, but it can also be an adjective, meaning entire or whole. One word is doing two totally different grammatical jobs. That's what you call maximum value, and it's exactly why it earned its spot on the list. Now let's be real, Basic English as a formal system, it never quite took over the world like its creators might have hoped. But the core idea behind it, this radical idea of making things simple for clear communication, is honestly more important today than it was 100 years ago. The spirit of Basic English is absolutely everywhere. It's in the simplified language used for international air traffic control. It's in those super clear step-by-step instructions for putting together furniture. It's even the foundation for things like web accessibility guidelines, making sure information is understandable to everyone. And of course, it's the entire reason we have Simple English projects, like that Wikipedia page that started this whole journey. So when you boil it all down, the crucial point is this. What started as a tiny note on a dictionary website led us to a massive concept. That clear, powerful communication doesn't come from using bigger, more complicated words. It comes from choosing the right words, even if it means using way fewer of them. And that leaves us with one final thought. In our incredibly noisy, complicated, and globally connected world, is there something we can learn from this bold experiment in simplicity? Can 850 words change the world? Maybe. In 1,000 quiet ways, they already have.